We've got Martin Luther King Jr. in the house. Right away coming in with that quote. I was getting a quote from him. Faith is taking the first step even when you don't see the whole staircase. And this is similar to the message we were getting yesterday with the headlights. Something here about, maybe not having total clarity yet, but having faith and trusting where you're being led. What's interesting too with this energy is usually I'll just get a ton of downloads and a ton of messages coming in, and I just see it all on the cards and I just can then start going. But it's like I felt a little bit blocked, and not blocked, but it's like the message wasn't totally cohering. And then Spirit was telling me like there's this energy here of like more will be revealed as you just start moving forward. So they basically were like, turn on the camera, like go with what you've got here, but turn on the camera and then the energy will start flowing. Okay, so there's something, a call here for you that like, and I've gotten this image a lot in different meditations before, where it's like, sometimes I see it as a staircase or sometimes it's a path, but it's like, it literally doesn't appear until you take the step, which seems odd, right? Like you'd think like, how can I take a step if I don't know where the path is? But this is where you're kind of feeling into it. Like the general direction at least that you're supposed to be headed. I'm seeing it like the hot cold game. Like you can feel it. You can feel where your energy is pulling you, which things are asking for your attention right now. Sorry, I don't know why my throat feels so tight all of a sudden. So as you step forward, and there's kind of this sense too of like not getting stuck in perfectionism, not waiting for something to feel fully clear or fully obvious, there's really a sense here of just like, and you're probably stepping into something kind of unknown, which is also why you're like, well, shouldn't there be a map? Shouldn't there be some kind of guidance? But it's actually going to reveal as you just start going towards it, as you take a small step towards that. What do I have? I have this little card up there that says something about like, what's something you're afraid of trying or afraid of doing? And it's like on the other side it says, what's one small step you can take today to challenge that fear? Is that Eleanor Roosevelt or someone else who was quoted as saying that they do have, doing one thing every day that scares you or that you're afraid of? Maybe not scared, but fear. It's like fear can come in all sizes. What else were they just getting at there? There was something else coming in. Hold on just a sec. Yeah, okay, thank you. I was getting it as, like in movies when there's like a spy or someone who's like undercover, and it's like, they give them like very vague information. It's like all the information will be there. I can't even think of the actual phrase. It's used a lot, but basically it's like, here's your new passport, you're leaving tomorrow kind of thing. Like there's this sense of, so that could be significant. You could literally be getting a new passport, moving to another country, or being called to. But if it's not that specifically, it's like the analogy of, they're just given like the very basic details. It's kind of like a need to know basis. So again, there's something here where Spirit, your team, it's like you're getting just enough, or generally, let's not kid anyone, what you should be doing or what you've been resisting here. So they're saying like, I'm hearing, please, for the love of God, just start, just begin, whatever that looks like, however small it may seem, just begin. 424 there. The other analogy, it's not totally connected, I don't think, but they want me to bring it up. I was getting this interesting message today while I was on my walk, and I was thinking about, I think a lot about nature and just how amazing it is, and I was thinking about seeds and things coming into full bloom, and like when something fully blooms, it's like in its potential, and Spirit was showing me that as like something about humans, it's like, even if we think we've bloomed, or even if we think like we know what we are right now, like, bear with me, it's a little interesting, but it's like we're still a seed. Like, and there was something about most of our life can often be about finding the right habits, the right environments, the right conditions, the right beliefs, everything that's going to nurture us as the seed to fully bloom. And it was just interesting because I was seeing, like, especially like so many adults, they were showing me like so many people think that this is all there is, or like they might be in a point of life where it's like thinking they've fully bloomed, and actually they're still the seed. They're still the seed waiting for that spark, you know, or that light, or that water, you know, whatever it is, that missing element that creates the perfect environment then, and then allows them to bloom. But I was seeing it too as like, think how sad, like people who have, okay, so this is kind of tying in with the fear, people who maybe live their whole life afraid to really step out and to really do the thing that they're passionate about, whether it's a creative project or some kind of philanthropic, you know, so afraid to take the path that may be less traditional, that maybe, you know, wouldn't make them as much money, but would really bring them so much joy. Think how many people could potentially get to the end of their life still being the seed because of those mindsets and never getting to fully realize their potential or bloom into their highest potential. So like I'm just seeing like so many people, and this is kind of with spiritual awakening, it's like we're just like a dormant seed, and all these systems and things that want to, you know, take us out of our power to be able to control us and to use, you know, for whatever reasons, darker energies try to use or to take away power. There's a sense of all of those things keep you as the seed, like they keep you, and it's like you don't even realize you're the seed. This could feel far-fetched, you know, maybe if you're not following, no worries, but I hope it makes kind of some sense, because I was just seeing it as like, wow. And so they also have encouraged me a lot to remember, like, you're on your own timeline. And I was hearing the other day, I don't know if I mentioned this in this collective channel or not, but there was something about there's no such thing as a late bloomer. I think maybe we were talking about this with the vanilla bean, but there's no such thing. Think about all the different kinds of plants and vegetables, and I mean, vegetables are plants, but just think about all the different varieties of plants and how they all have, you know, very different needs as far as the amount of water, the amount of light, the amount of time they bloom. You know, there's some flowers like the corpse flower, I think it is. It smells really bad. I've never seen it, but I don't remember how many years it is. It's like a very long time before it blooms. But like tons of people come from around the world. One was in Colorado, and people came from all over the world, 822, to witness it bloom. And so who wouldn't say like, oh, that's a late bloomer? It's like, no, that's just a flower blooming on its own natural timeline. So there's a lot here about not feeling like you're behind, not looking at other people's timelines, like really honing in on your own unique gifts, your own path. Realizing that this is all going to work out and it is going to shake out, but in order to fully blossom, there's a sense of like having to be willing to put yourself out of your comfort zone a little bit, you know, being willing, because it's like whatever you're doing currently, if you don't feel like you're in your fullest potential, then whatever elements you have in your life are not nurturing your seed, you know, they're not nurturing you. So it was also the message of like, we're the gardener and the seed, you know, and this is the whole thing about being like the analogy of the video game, where it's like you're the person playing the game and you're the main character in the game. There's a lot here about co-creation as well, but realizing like as the gardener and the seed, there's a responsibility to keep, you know, if you want to, it's really a choice. It's like, do you want to bloom? Because you're allowed to. If you want to just stay a seed, if you want to stay in your current state, that's a choice. But if you want to feel what it's like to bloom, it's like, then there's some responsibility here to kind of identify like, okay, which elements are not really nurturing me, which elements, like where do things maybe need to shift? And it's like, giving yourself permission to experiment too, Okay, anything else coming in here? Yeah, because I am seeing there's like been some hesitation. There's been some things where it's like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. We got these 2 cards in reverse, and I'm just seeing this as like you want to pounce on something, like you're excited, but then it's like you get excited, but then you pull back. You get excited, then you pull back. So there's a sense of just like start taking these steps, because also something about the power of momentum. 1033 there. 33 is a ascended master, or it's a master number, excuse me. I think it is ascended yeah. No, I'm correct. Yeah, ascended master, about the age of 33, like Jesus was 33. There's something here about if you want to look up the number 33, but there's so much here for the taking, and it's like get in and go, like jump in the car and go, pedal to the metal, I'm hearing. And the one that really stood out to me today is I break free from tradition to find my own path. Thank you. Yeah, the other analogy, I know we've been getting a lot about nature, but I love nature, and there's so much to learn, and so much that just, when you really reflect on what it represents, how many things it can represent, it's just amazing. So, excuse me, I gotta get more water. I was seeing the fireflies again today, and what I was getting is I was like, think about fireflies and other different bugs who are luminescent. Even scorpions, I guess, have they glow like, is that called, not ultraviolet, but what's that called? The glow, like luminescent, but, it's kind of like neon, but I can't think of like what that's actually called. But anyways, I didn't realize that. I learned that a few years ago, like, they glow at night, and it can be like, I think partly protection, camouflage. But think about that, like the magic of that, and you can only see it in the darkness. And so there's something here as well that they want to point out about. You're not like the others, I'm hearing. And there's a sense of, even if it feels like you've been through a lot of darkness, or you keep going back into it, there's almost an irony here, like when you're in the darkest times, it's like you're shining the brightest. Or there's magic there that you access in the dark. And or something about all the wisdom that you're gaining from the darkness that you've been through is going to illuminate and be like, people are going to be amazed at this magic that, at your story. I'm also seeing boundless potential and refreshed and renewed in joy. So there's something here where it's like, follow your joy, truly. Isn't that so funny? Like, again, with the system kind of programming us, there's a sense of, it really is that simple. We've just been taught that it's not. But truly, if we all had the courage and gave ourselves permission to follow our heart, to follow that thing, to do that thing, like think back to whatever really lit you up as a kid. It's probably something that seems simple, or just maybe, you're like, how could I pursue that? But I truly believe that if we all follow those clues, like those are the things that are leading us back to our true self. And when we're in our joy and our happiness, our energy expands, we elevate our frequency. It's like you become magnetic. Like, what that feels like when you've been around someone, or when you've been in that state, who's just loving what they're doing. And this is why a lot of people, may say, when they make that choice to go to change a career path or something where it's maybe not going to make them as much money, but it really brings them joy, it's like they couldn't put a price on that. Those people often can be so happy when they're following what they truly love, instead of trying to do what everyone else is doing, or what the man has told us to do, So I just see here, it's like your joy is going to be so renewing and refreshing for you and for others. I'm hearing jump on in, the water's fine. There's a sense here of really like, I'm seeing someone on a tire swing, like, or the rope swing, like about to go into the lake, and then it's like you swing back. You don't make the leap. You go over the lake. There's this part of you that just wants to jump off and just get in the water, but there's a hesitation. So let's get a couple of these archetypes if there's any energy here that could be helpful or provide any other clarity here for you. I was seeing amethyst in my meditation, so that maybe getting an amethyst and amethyst connecting to that energy. Oh my gosh, right as I say that, the stone. So yeah, there could be something. Definitely I'm getting something about amethyst and the violet flame. If you haven't heard of the violet flame, look that up. Saint Germain. It's fascinating. This is like the fountain of youth. I'm hearing like the fountain of life. You know, there's something here. It's reminding me of the Willy Wonka. Is it called is it the Gobstopper? Or no, what's that called? Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm forgetting it, but it's like that multi-colored candy. Is it a gob? But I'm seeing that in this. I don't know why, but there's something like, I'm hearing you've got the golden ticket. So there's definitely some kind of magical experience, and or this could be a VIP event that you're getting invited to. Maybe you have been invited and you're hesitant to accept, but oh, interesting. The castle, the animal. Oh, interesting. Maybe you feel like you're not refined enough. Like there's something here, the animal in the castle is like. But there is something here too about, I'm hearing that song, She-Wolf. Set me free, you know, it's like, there's a she-wolf in the closet. Yeah, we got, I just heard that part. There's a she-wolf in the closet. Yeah, so it's like, stop. Yeah, there's something here about not trying to be so refined with this, not trying to perfect this, like just again, being natural. Anything else here, Spirit, before we close this out? Forest, look at that, we have the rainbow energy again. What's the forest about? You're an enchanted forest, okay. We have the comic and the prayer. Okay, more of that rainbow energy. I'm getting chills as I'm saying that. I mean, I know I keep talking about it, but we're getting so much lately. I'm hearing Technicolor, and I'm hearing, I'm seeing that movie. Pleasantville? Is that the movie where it's like black and white? The idea that's an affirmation, black and white, and then it's like full color. We keep getting something about that. But I'm seeing something with the prayer and the comic. It's like this passion of yours. If you take the leap and you really pursue this. Oh my gosh, there's sprinkles on its hat. I love rainbow sprinkles. Yeah, so there's definitely a call here to do something that your inner child is like begging you for. Whether it's like getting ice cream with sprinkles, or it's something about, maybe there's a toy you used to love or a toy you really wanted as a kid that you didn't get, like buy yourself that. There's some kind of aspect of your inner child. It's almost like an offering to your inner child. As like you put things on an offering to your ancestors, it's something here about offering something to your inner child. Because it's like begging to come out. There's a part of you, but I was also seeing this passion project, this thing that lights you up. It's like if you take the leap and go towards this, I see it being something like a dream job, dream come true. Like I'm just seeing this sense of like you being there and like, pinch me. How can I be getting to get paid for this? Like, how is this my life? I truly believe that collectively, especially in this age of Aquarius that we're moving into, the resonance of the heart energy being like a currency. There's a sense of our creativity and reclaiming our desire to create. Yeah, I'm hearing that. What is it? P.S. I love you. Our duty is to create. That's definitely that movie. If you haven't seen that, There's Something Along. That could be a really significant movie. If you haven't seen that, I think I want to watch that again. But there's something here with them. I don't know why I just started doing this. There's something here with, yeah, this part of you that just wants to come out. But it's like, it will actually be fun. That's the funny. Oh yeah, thank you. I got a little sidetracked, but I was gonna say, I truly feel like in this age, we're moving into a time where there's going to be so many avenues opening up for people to truly do what they love and be able to support themselves doing it. And that may seem like a pipe dream, but I really believe that that could exist. And it's like, we just have to be willing to rise up, like, as this collective and kind of choose to do things differently, you know, and choose to follow our hearts, choose to honor our inner children, like all of this. They're showing me angel number 972. Any variation of that, 972, 279, 792, 729, something. Okay, look one of those up if one stands out, because there's a deeper message there for you. All right. Once again, so grateful to have you here in the House of Bardo, and I will catch you in the next one.